Dear students, welcome to the second year, that is class. This is your second class on Introduction to C Programming. What you studied in the last class? In the last class, you studied the Introduction to Programming, history of C, and importance of T. Okay. In this class, you are going to study basic structure of C programming and what do you mean by the programming style, execution of C program and step to learn the C language in detail. Okay, title of the program. If you want, you can write the name of the author also and the date, whatever you want, you can write. Next is called the link section. Link section are we are going to say that it is a library functions. Actually, what happens? C is a set of library functions. Here, whenever you are writing the program, you have to write the libraries. Which libraries we have to write means in the main program, we are using the some statements. To execute that statement, we are going to link our program to the library functions. That functions you have to write here. Okay, for example, here I have written as a stdio.h and conio.h. Okay, just today try to understand only the names. Okay, don't worry about this. This in detail you are going to study in the coming classes. You don't worry about that. Today only understand what do you mean by the link section and why you have to write, where you have to write in the C program. Okay, after the documentation section, you are going to write the link section. It is also called the preprocessor directives. Okay, so usually what happens in almost all programs, we are writing the stdio.h and the conio.h. And in the same fashion, you have to write here. This is hash include stdio.h hash include conio.h. These are called what your library functions. Okay, next is the definition section. If you want to define any numbers, you can use the definition section. For example, pi is a one constant is there. That constant, if you want to use in your program, that can be defined before this main, that is called what the definition section. And if it is not like that, only the standard constants you have to define. If you want, you can take it as n is equal to 9 or n is equal to 10. If you want to define, you can define. Okay, and afterwards, for the present class, just you think that after the definition we have to write the global declaration section, but for this moment I am not using this section, because this section is whenever the necessary we have to use these sections. Okay, important section is the main. After declaring all this, you have to write the main. Okay, and next you have it is main and the opening brace is very important. Okay, without this our program will not execute. Afterwards, what happens? Opening brace. This is called the opening brace. And next what happens? This is called the opening brace and this is called the end of the brace. In between the opening brace and end of the brace, you are going to write here the declaration part and the statement and execution part of the program. What do you mean by declaration? Means here in the C program, what happens? You have to declare the variables. That means if you are adding the two integer numbers, you have to declare that I am using the integer numbers. If you are using the float values, then you have to declare that I am using the float numbers. That declaration part is very, very important in the C program. So here what I am doing means I am adding the two integer numbers. First I have to declare. Without a declaration, if I have written anything means the program will not going to execute. It is going to give you the error. Okay, what I have declared here, how many variables I am using, that you have to declare. Int a, b and the c. I am using the three variables of the type int. Okay, in detail you are going to study in the coming classes. You don't worry about that. I will explain in detail. So presently declaration is nothing but what? How many variables you are using in your program. You have to declare in the declarative part of the program. That is, before using that we have to declare. And next what happens here, the statement. So what I am doing, I am adding the two numbers. I am adding the two numbers a and b I want to add, and it should be stored in the c. So that is why I am using c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and next after doing the performation, what I want, after doing the addition, I want to display the result. For the displaying we are using the one statement called printf. This is nothing but what? The integer display, and see what is the answer present in the c. No, it is displayed here. Okay, in detail also you are studying this. Printf is called the output statement. Okay, this printf is presenting stdio.h. Okay, what I told, what are the statements we are using here? No, that are present in the library file. That library files you have to write here. Okay, and next is the, after writing all the things whatever you want, you are going to write whatever you want means according to the program. What are the declaration part required, what are the statements required, and execution part of the program, everything you have to write in between the opening brace and the close end of the brace. Afterwards you are going to end the program. Okay, but if I come for the structure means, after this we are going to write the subprogram section. That is function 1, function 2, any number of functions you can write here. Okay, this is what whole structure of the C program. But what are the necessary things means, only you can write the include, main, opening brace and end of the brace. In between you can write the program. The program is going to execute it. Okay, these are for our understanding purpose. And next what I told, this global and the subprogram is there. No, depends on the applications we are going to use this. Okay, these functions we are studying in the second unit. Then I will explain how to write the functions. Okay, let us hope all of you understood this. But whatever it may be, I will explain you once again. Okay, our structure of the C program contains the documentation section. What do you mean by the documentation section? Documentation section is nothing but it is the title of the program that is always written in between the forward slash star and end with the star and the forward slash. Afterwards, you are going to write the link section or the preprocessor directive. They are called the library functions. We are going to write the link section using hash include stdio.h and hash include conio.h. In the same way, we are having the mat.h like that. Okay, one by one we are going to use in the coming classes. And next is the definition section. If you want to define anything in your program, you can use the definition section. Next is the global declaration is there. Depends on the applications we are using the global declaration and the subprograms. Okay, but And after the if that program needs the global declaration, we have to declare that before the main. And afterwards you are going to write the main. Main is the thing, but what? Here the program begins. And next, after that main, opening brace you have to write. It is very important. And after the opening brace, you are going to declare the variables. What are the variables we are using in our programs? And next we are going to write the statements. If we are using the statements, that also you are going to write here. And execution part of the program is there, that also you are going to write. And the displaying the result also you are going to write here. That after writing all the things, you have to end the program. This opening brace is nothing but here the C program begins. Closing the brace is nothing but here the C program ends. Okay, this I have written a one small example for the understanding purpose of the C program. Okay, now let us move to the programming style. What do you mean by the programming style? Means how we are going to write the programs. Actually, how the C program should be written means, one common thing is always the C program should be written in lowercase letter. Why here? Because this C is a one language. It is going to differentiate the uppercase and the lowercase letters. It is very, very important. First thing is how to write the C program means you should follow the structure of the C program. Next thing is always use the lowercase letter. Don't use the uppercase letters to write the program. And next one is each and every statement should be ended with a semicolon. It is very, very important. Semicolon is called the statement separator. Okay. So, okay, let us revise the things what I told till now. The language does not care on which line we are typing. That is, line format is free. Okay. It is not like that you have to write in first line, second line. That is not like that. But what you have to do means, in the first line, first you have to declare the variables, afterwards execution, afterwards the result. That is must. Okay. Comments are non-executable statements and can be placed anywhere. I told comments are the non-executable statement. Wherever necessary, you are going to write the comments in the program. The syntax of C is case sensitive with uppercase or the lowercase letters. Okay, that means it is going to differentiate the upper and the lower cases. And the program statements are written in lowercase letters. Always the program should be written in lowercase letters. C makes use the variety of data types and operators. Okay, so you can use the lot of data types are there and the operators are there. So in the previous program, what I did, I have used the int. Int is called the data types. In the same way, you are studying the different data types available in the C language. Plus, I have used the plus and equal to are called the operators. Which type of the operators, what are they, that you are going to study in the coming classes. Okay, let us hope all of you understood what do you mean by the programming style. Remember the important things, that you follow the structure of the C program. And next is always the C program should be written in a lowercase letters. You can write more than one statement in a single line. Each statement should be separated by a semicolon. And next, you should write the program in lowercase letter. Each and every statement should be ended with a semicolon. It is very important in writing the C program. Okay, next let us study the executing of a C program. How you are going to execute the C program and what is the procedure for this. So first you are going to write the program in the editor window of the C. Afterwards you are going to compile the program. In compiling, if it has any errors, then it will show the error. Then what you have to do means you have to correct that errors. Once again, the C program is not going to execute a single error. Instead of comma, if you have put the semicolon, instead of comma, semicolon, anything you have put, then this is not going to execute, or it is not going to accept a small mistake also. Okay, linking the program with the function from the C library, afterwards executing, giving inputs if required. Why I have written this means sometimes what happens, we have already given the input in the program only. So that is why, but when sometimes we are giving the external inputs. That also you are going to learn while writing the programs and executing the program. And finally, you are going to see the result. This is what your execution of the C program. Finally, I want to tell you one thing. That means just you don't scare with learning that C language, because already we are learned the English language. Just I am comparing the C language with the English language. Okay, let us revise how you learn the English language. Okay, first you have started. After that, what you did, you studied the ABCD, correct? Next, what you studied, after studying the ABCD, you start writing words. Okay, next, what you have written, after writing the words, you start writing and reading the sentences, and finally you start how to write the paragraph, correct? Okay, just I want to compare this with the C language. That means how we learn the English language. First we learn the ABCD of that language. Afterwards you learn the words, how to write the words. Afterwards you learn how to write the sentence and read the sentence. And next you learn how to write the paragraphs. Okay, this is the one simple journey of learning of the English. In the same way, let us see how to learn the C language. Okay, first you are started already, and afterwards what you have to study means you have ABCD is nothing but in the C language we are going to study the C tokens, keywords and the identifiers. They are the ABCD of the C language. And next you are going to study the what are the constants, variables and the data types. And next you are going to study the sentences is nothing but operators, expressions and the statements. Okay, in this way we are coming in the journey of the C language. First, we are going to learn the C tokens, keywords and the identifiers. And next you are coming for the constants, variables and the data types. And next you are coming for the operators, expressions and the statements. After completing all the things, we are coming for writing the programs. Okay, let us hope all of you clearly understand how to learn the C language. Okay, so from the next class, I am begin with these things. Okay, let us learn one by one, and finally we will come to the writing the program. But what I will do means, after completing one or the two things, just for the understanding purpose, I will tell how to write the programs also, so that you are understand better these how you are going to use in the program. But finally, after completing this, you should able to write the neat and good programs. Okay. Let us hope all of you understood this. And next point is, if you have any doubts, you can put in the Telegram group or the comment box of this one. Okay, let us meet in next video. These are the reference books for the C programming I am using. And once again, the same statements here for your safety. Okay, see you in the next video.